since I'm going to church now, um, and sharing in the wonderful energies of these people, then I'm probably going to finally touch on some churchy, religious kind of stuff that has kind of bothered me my whole life, that kind of shaped the way that I would forever see organized religion or Christianity. Um, when, had it been dealt with better, I might have gone a completely different direction with it. So, anyway, I don't talk about that stuff because, I don't know, I just wait for it to come up, and so it's coming out because as much as I love this church and I'm going to keep going because I'm getting out of it what I need, um, I keep struggling with when I hear thanks, all be to God, thanks all be to God, or anything of that nature, because I am a true believer in the self. I do believe in God, an overseer, intelligent design, but I believe in a collective God that we are all a part of. And so in Christianity, that's just not right. That's just not the way you do it. You don't believe that way. And I also believed in reincarnation since I was little, so I never really could, hold up to what they wanted me to do. Mostly it was my cousins and my aunts and uncles. They were all very Christian, missionaries, pass out tracts at restaurants. But my mom, it was more for image reasons. So we didn't go home and have to live that same thing that my cousins did. It was a lot of hypocrisy behind it, conflict that made me angry. So anyway, we moved away and moved to Florida when I was about 14, and I had started smoking cigarettes and hanging around the bad kids, and it was a really important time for me in life where I was going to choose one direction or the other, kind of like now. And I started going to this church because of a boy I liked. But I started to feel this church, just like this one I'm going to right now, and I haven't felt it since. But they were Pentecostal, so they spoke in tongues, which was very against my, Baptist upbringing. So I kept going, and I was really starting to get something out of it. Like, I stopped smoking, and I stopped hanging around the bad kids, and I started bringing my Bible to school, and other people were really listening to me. And then I went away on a youth retreat, and we had a campfire one night, and they asked if anybody who hadn't received the gift, if they wanted to. And that meant speaking in tongues. And I became overwhelmed, as I do with things, and I went up there, and they laid their hands on me, and I spoke in tongues. And that night and the next morning when I woke up in my tent, it was truly the most beautiful moment I could ever imagine, like I can ever remember having. But when I told my mother that I spoke in tongues, she put me on a plane, flew me up to my uncle's in New Hampshire. They brought me to their church to sit down with their pastor for 6 hours so he could deprogram me of what had happened, because speaking in tongues is for the devil. And what it did was really angered me. I was 14, I was a teenager. I was trying to decide on a direction, and they really messed it up for me. I went back home, stopped going to my church, started hanging out with bad kids, smoking, and it goes from there. I didn't have to, and I'm not blaming anybody else. I made all those decisions, but they were impacted big time. So I don't like for people to tell me I don't believe in God the right way. I can say whatever I want. I can believe whatever I want. You guys do. Everybody does. So anyway, this church that I'm going to, they feel like those people to me. They put their hands on me when I went in there, and they prayed and started speaking in tongues, and I was kind of shocked because I didn't know that was going to happen. And they said a couple things that let me know that they feel me, and here I am. I've been not felt by anybody, and I've been so lost, and these people just felt me, and I felt them too. And I walked in this morning, and they were happy to see me, and they were concerned, and they were just like a family. So we're gonna drink Kool-Aid tomorrow at our meeting. I'm just kidding. But I am gonna go back Thursday for something. I just want to be around them. I don't care what it is. I'll read the Bible. I just want to be around these people. Okay, bye for now.